There he is again. Got this pearl cichlid. Of course, the frontosa. Another frontosa. There's the obiali. This little mbuna that I spawned. There's a sailfin pleco in this little cave. There's another frontosa in the rock pile over there. Then there's this Eureka red that kind of gets bullied around quite a bit. It's a 110-gallon acrylic by Tenicor. So this tank actually has a sump built into the back of it. Probably gonna be nearly impossible to tell, but. So the water comes in here, has to flow up and down a series of filtration, and then it rises through a bubble chamber and overflows onto a plate that has all kinds of holes in it, and that drips down into a bunch of bio balls and then passes all the way through to the return pump back into the nozzles. Kind of a unique setup. Tenicor's kind of known for that all-in-one tank, but this tank was secondhand and it was abused, terribly scratched. But a cool tank nonetheless. Take a quick peek at the little fry in this tank. I moved most of them. There's only 3 left in here. Those are Buko-Noto fry that I breed. In here there's a little Pandagara, little algae control guy. And over here we have a little 16-gallon cube tank with 4 little Buko-Noto fry. This is a rimless tank. It's ugly, but it's homemade. I cut up a window that I was given and made a tank. This is a little grow out tank that all I have in it is a crawdad. There's the 125-gallon breeding tank. It's got the Buco-Notus Nototania Buko-Noto breeding group. There's the male. There's 5 females. This is a batch of their fry. There's a few unfertilized eggs that will need to be pulled out of there. But when I first put the tumbler or the eggs in the tumbler, I counted 110 eggs. So I think there's about 4 that weren't fertilized, and then we'll see how many we yield from that. Then here we have the 275-gallon tote that I've converted into a grow out tank. I have the sponge filters turned off now, but there's 4 sponge filters in here from Aquarium Co-op. Shout out to those guys. Then I have a 2,000 gallon per hour submersible that's variable speed adjustable. It just simply pumps up and around and dumps into the top of this 20-gallon plastic tote with a spray bar, and it falls through and empties out the bottom 2 1-inch bulkheads. And it's actually running right now full speed. Quite a challenge to heat 275 gallons, so I have a 1000 watt Haiger heater and a 800 watt High Twang, and the two of those combined, they really keep up nicely. This tote is set up on automatic water changes, so the water comes in here, and there's 2 bulkheads with the screens on them so the fry can't be sucked up, but the bottom one I can open manually and let a bunch of water out. The top one here is an overflow simply for when the water change occurs. As it puts level in this tote, it'll overflow out of here and then goes to a drain. And I have some little power heads in there to keep the water moving and keep the poop going to the filter. There's about 45 to 50 fry in here right now. Some of them have gotten over 2 inches. The rest are about 1.5 inches. But they always hide underneath the sponge. All right.